Hey everyone, and welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. I can't really use this steel dust anywhere else, so I thought I would smelt it down and make some more casts, because we're going to need to craft another basic fluid solidifier, and that needs a lot of rotors. And they're not too difficult to craft, but it's just a lot of steps, and I could skip most of these steps if I just do this. And ooh, 60 U per tick. That might be a little bit too much. Going to risk it though and make a rotor mold. And for that we're going to need some steel. And since we can process the steel dust back into steel ingots without using a blast furnace, I thought we'd use it on some molds. Let's see. This might take a second, but then we should be able to craft a bunch of rotors since we're going to need them a little bit more often, I have the feeling. So let's take this. We might not have enough power set up on my machine that I'm using, the assembler here. So we don't need the assembler. What did we need? We needed something else. Was it a fluid solidifier? Is it literally the machine I'm trying to craft? Probably, so we're most likely not going to be able to use that currently. So let's backpedal and actually craft the thing without the fluid solidifier itself. Last of my machine haul, so let's get that thing going and hope that the quest completes now. There we go. I'm also hoping that this actually unlocks something else right here. Maybe here? Oh my goodness, here we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I believe that was actually unlocked a little bit before, right here when we had the molten redstone quest, since that is needed to craft these guys. So let's get a card assembler going first of all, and let's try to get a tree farm. Before we do that though, let's try something else. I want to see if this actually is going to work. I rehooked up a little bit of my power system, so let's disconnect that, connect that up, and get this in here. And let's make, I believe that will make 4 of them if it works. And that's a big question. So my power system has now connections on all of the machine levels. So right here, all of the things are connected. And up there where we have machines again, all of them are connected. So I hope that is going to work and supply my machines with enough power. Especially this one, because that's not looking good. Please work. I know why that might not be looking good. It might not be connected. Yep, that was what I was expecting. So still not looking good. This is, everything should be connected and this should be supplied with power, I would think. But it's not doing anything, so I'm thinking wrong here. And I just wasted a lot of tin probably, because there's no way for me to get that out of there again. And it's just going to have to stay there, I guess. Tore the machine down, wasted 17 tin, but it's not too bad. It's not like we have a tin shortage, at least currently. I know wasting resources isn't too great, but it's also not too bad. Speaking of tin shortages, I actually need some tin and some electronic circuits. How many do I need though? Because these actually require an assembly machine for the first time, and we're going to need 1 tin per. So we're just going to take 2 tin. That should be enough, and then some electronic circuits, and then we should be able to assemble 2 of these, which is all we need for the card assembler. That is good enough for now, and now on to these guys, which we can also put in a assembling machine, and we also have enough power to do that. Otherwise we'd be wasting steel screws and more steel screws. So really good that we have that going, and that I have at least a little bit of patience. So I'm just going to wait for that and then assemble the machine. Short decorative break. We need to develop our base some more because our power is over there, but we don't have any storage for our steam. And the storage for our creosote also isn't too big. And if we want to expand our machines, which we definitely want to do, we're going to need a little bit more space than this, because this is very little space. Even with this expanded to over here, it's not that great. So I want to have some sort of steam storage, probably a steel tank actually over here. We're just kind of out of steel, so yeah, gotta wait on that. And we also want to get rid of our steam machines and get a better way of getting down here and access our storage system. So this is now connected to pretty much our storage system. But we're probably also going to move this and just have this as a room or a chunk we can pollute with our blast furnaces. Got a crafting table in my machine room over here because it was very long overdue that I got a crafting table over here, but I didn't do it for a very long time. Reason why I wanted to have it over here is because we're about to craft our card assembler. I'm currently just waiting on the huge iron panes, and then we should be able to do it. So we actually have one more than we need seemingly. That's currently processing. So let's get these two, and this better count. Go! Complete the quest. Okay, good. It actually worked. So, yep, claim. Maybe not. We claimed it. Good. Okay. Automated unloading. Yeah, I know how cargo managers work. I actually worked with Steve's cars before, but that's somewhat of a long time ago, and we also have to get some tracks. And the card itself and some tracks. Now let's maybe get the cargo manager first if the card is another quest. Oh, come on, this again is almost the exact same recipe, and it wasn't fun to automate. To craft, because we haven't automated it yet. I was also recommended to do a few automations, one of which being the tree farm. So the tree farm is one thing I'm going to focus on for now, and then we're going to continue with some automation because we have done quite a bit of automation in the past few episodes. So I kind of want to do something else. Is this still? Yeah, it's still looking the same. So let's maybe open the back. We actually have a lot of backs to open. Let's get back to the main chest room. The base. It's not really the base because everything is the base. But we actually have quite a few bags that we still need to open. Over here, let's maybe just open all of the tier 2. Do we have an empty chest? Relatively empty chest? This one. Okay, then let's just go into the corner and click through every single one. And we got a tomahawk. How good of an axe is that? That's pretty good. So let's maybe just stuff everything in there. I don't know what we exactly got. Probably some good stuff in between there, I would think. Oh, a handle out of that is pretty amazing. And eggs, maybe a little bit of other stuff that I don't exactly notice right now. Seeds, sure, and fast food. Okay, I don't see fast food. Oh, over there. Good. I know that I keep changing my mind, but we are running out of steel fast. And by running out of steel fast, I mean we're kind of out already. So we need a chemical bath, but for this we need ingredients, which require a lot of steel. We don't have a lot of steel, so let's get a lot of steel first. Let's get some more fire bricks, and I had an idea, I saw something, and that might just work. If we get a few more fire bricks, we should be able to get another blast furnace going, and we're also going to move these from this chunk into somewhere like over there maybe. Want to get some clay and also cleared out this chest a little bit because it's starting to fill up with small piles of clay dust. These are actually bigger piles than I would get if I were to do it with the little bowls that I can use to get it as well. So I believe this is just a 2x2, and then we should have way more than enough clay dust. I think I actually mined way too much because I didn't mine like a few stacks. I mined an entire chest, 1,700. So that might have been overkill. That might have been quite an overkill, but I think I can get aluminum out of this and potentially lithium, as I can see the chemical compound, so that might come in useful later. Farming gypsum might also come in useful almost right away, since we're also farming the basaltic mineral sand, which I believe is basically iron, and we are really low on iron, so farming gypsum and therefore a little bit of iron is going to help us out majorly. And with this hammer, it's really easy to farm a lot of it. As you can see, I already mined quite a bit and even hit some lapidolite on the way, so as soon as I figure out how to process it correctly, we can do that. What's that down here? Okay, just salt. I thought that might be cassiterite. They look very similar, but that's good to know. I'm going to mark that down, like, right away, because I'm going to forget. Jackpot, found the calcite, not the laterite. Sadly, laterite is something we currently don't need a lot of. Probably in the future we're going to need tons of it, as we do with every single resource in this mod pack. But currently, lapis / lazurite really isn't too great, so I would have preferred to have some iron nearby, because that's something we really need. Even after getting all of that mineral sand, I would really like some more, since we need a lot of it, especially for steel later on when we process it. But for now, I'm just going to get some more calcite. Still scraping off the last layer of calcite, but I just wanted to talk about something real quick, and that is progression. It's really, really amazing to have a hammer, because before, this was a chore like no other, digging all of this out with a pickaxe, because the ores are so dense that a pickaxe, you literally had to almost mine every single block anyways, and it would take 9 times as long probably. So it really wasn't fun, but now with the hammer, it's a lot more fun. The rubber processing that we have set up now with liquid rubber was a chore before as well, and now that we automated it, it's not a chore anymore. And I think as soon as I figure out the power system, like how it actually works and how I convert EU per tick into EU volts, which will probably maybe happen when I read some more comments. But yeah, I don't know when that is going to happen, when the comments about that topic will be under a video that I'll be able to read. So it might be this episode, or maybe even one after if worst comes to worst. So yeah, as soon as I understand that, I think I got all pieces of the puzzle together, and I should be able to progress rather smoothly myself, even when I pre-record like I currently do, at least a little bit better than I'm currently doing. Like, I currently have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going off of a list that Waverly September provided, and the spot or the point on the list that I focus on is the tree farm currently. But therefore I need steel, so I'm going to get steel set up first. And I know that with the EBF I can get steel, but I also needed to process aluminum, so I think the blast furnaces are going to be a good investment anyways. Just recalled why I didn't want to macerate all these things, because it takes forever. And I made a second macerator over here, like I'm not just having one macerator, but it still takes very, very, very long. And I'm probably going to process the sand that we need for the concrete stuff right here in the bowls. So I'm going to get some flint, get some bowls. Actually don't need flint. Going to get some iron, going to get some bowls, and we still should have some sand. Gathered a lot more ingredients, as you can see in my inventory. That should be enough for a stack of concrete buckets. And I also made a basic electric furnace, since I've been noticing that the main thing that's holding us up right here is the electric furnace. And I thought I would put one over here, didn't really think about how to power it. So let's just try to export the items from the bottom. That should work. And we also have to kind of destroy that again. Click there, then do the same thing we just did in a second. Oh, there we go. And then item output. We need to import items from the... Oh my goodness, falling down everywhere. And I don't even have any blocks on me. Let's quickly dig up here and destroy that, and up here we need to have an input as well, and then just a cable running all the way across here to connect up to the basic furnace, and then we should be good. Changed it around a little bit since the cable was looking quite ugly. We need to leave that space up there. We could maybe place a stair so it isn't too noticeable, but now we should be doing a little bit quicker, I believe. And we also have enough power to sustain all of the machines, which is good to see. And as you can see, the macerator and the forge hammer still keep up. The macerator keeps up because we always get 2 ground casterite sand or anything that we crush, and the basic forge hammer is really quick anyway. So the main lacking point was the electric furnaces, and those should be twice the speed now. Also changed up the roof a little bit, changed up this side a little bit to match, and now we should be good. I kinda lost my bed. I have no idea where it is. I've just been planting some trees right here. You can probably barely even see them despite all of the lighting I have around. And we're going to expand our tree line right around here, and also remove the tree line that is in this area and replace it with a building. But I need to find my bed again, because I have the fear that I broke it and it might have already despawned. Or maybe? Okay, no. Yeah, I have to find that. I have no idea where it is. I thought it would be in my inventory, but it wasn't there, so I now have to look everywhere. And it's possibly also gone. Remade my bed, and now I can sleep. It took a little while. It's actually not that easy to craft, so I should take better care of it. But even though that's the first time I lost it, to be quite frank, so it's the first time I have to actually remake it. I usually carry beds around me all of the time. Oh, let's quickly see. Okay, that wasn't good. I need one more resin spot right here because then we're on a chunk border and I'm not going to expand into this chunk anytime soon, I don't think. But this tree has to get one more resin spot on the side like these trees do, and then I'm really good. Don't worry that I forgot about the... what was it again? Blast furnace. Yes, didn't forget about that, as you can tell there. But I think I'm going to build up that little house I was planning over here. It's actually not little, it's going to be rather large, and maybe even higher than that here, and we're going to put, or rather retire, this house over here and move all of our storage to over here, since this is going to be where the machines are. And since I want my storage near my machines, in order to be able to use them, I'm going to retire that and put all of my blast furnace stuff in there, and everything that causes pollution, hope that it doesn't go over to this chunk over here. Built up a little bit more, and I think I got a rough draft right now. So let's maybe connect up these pieces. I'm not too sure if I want to connect it up right here, since that might not be the proper spot. And we might have to view it from a higher up platform, since it's so high and this pathway is so narrow. Yeah, I think I actually have to get a little bit higher with that part over here, since that's supposed to be like a really high part. Or maybe it shouldn't. I'm not so sure. I'll figure it out. But from below, from around here, can we actually notice it? I think we can notice that. We might have to do something else here. Maybe a little bit more of an overarching roof. Over here, it's supposed to be a little bit simpler. Like we have two windows, here we just have one. Maybe I have to change that out. I'm not too sure about this. It might have to be bigger as well. Made quite a bit of progress, as you can probably see. It's looking good. I already added in the leaves and even increased the height a little bit on one side. So if we quickly go here, this is the height we had before. This height right here was increased. Oh, let's not get stuck. That was increased, and this is also a lot taller than it used to be. So this area is actually lower than this area. But we have to get on top of something so we can actually see it a little bit better. It's not as big as I wanted it to be from the inside mainly, but I think it's looking good. This might need some work since it's pretty flat and plain. Oh no, not you again. Oh, and it's even... oh, no. Okay, that might be an issue. I'll get onto that in a minute or so. Yeah, I decided to go with a glass roof and a little bit sloped, as you can see right there. It's similar to this, just not as much sloping. I don't know, do I have my ladders? Yes, I do have my ladders up here. So we can look at the roof a little bit more closely. This just very simply a few skylights, so we have some lighting. There's actually no skylight in there, it's just a hole, same with the windows. And over here you can see what I did, a little bit of a curvature in the roof so it wasn't so plain and simple. And I even added in some of the leaves. So let's get down and look at it from the inside. As you can probably tell there, it's pretty tall. I saw the gas go in there, so I hope he goes down. Let's just jump over him. Hope he doesn't attack me. But this is the space we have to work with, and it's pretty tall. I already did a little bit of work in the inside, like the pillars right here. They aren't there from the outside, but I added them in. I still have to do a little bit like this pillar on that side, and have to work out this area as well, since there's still some dirt, the floor is still dirt. Then I have to establish a connection piece, since I don't want the stairway going down here straight away. I want this to open up into the room we established right here, and then a stairway going down as well. Still need the staircase downwards, but this is looking good. It's looking amazing even. I really like it. We have so much space in here. We can do so many things. Still not quite finished though, but mostly at least. And we even have the entrance figured out now. Everything is looking good, and that is really amazing. We might have to redo some things, for example the charcoal production, but we'll probably retire this anyway, because we are going to soon get, where is it, I think in multi-block golds, the high-speed charcoal setup, which is a blast furnace. So that's something we're going to get set up, and I'm not too sure if we are then going to move the steam boiler completely out of this room, since we probably want our machines to be up there, or at least the bigger machines, since I believe there are going to be more machines like the EBF, and we're going to have more of these machine arrays like we have right here. Which, by the way, this furnace up here is no longer necessary. It was only necessary for the caster, right? But I think I broke my wrench, so I can't really pick it up. How much iron do we have, by the way? Ooh, that's good. That's a lot. Also have to move our storage, and I think with the storage we have to redo some stuff as well. I know that the best storage solution we're going to get for a little bit is logistics pipes, and we're pretty far away from that anyway, so yeah, not too much there, because we have a lot of caster, right? Like we have 2k in here, 1k in here, and 1 more k in here. And I'm not too sure, but there might be some in the chests as well. But a separate drawer for that would be good, as well as a few other things that we have a lot of, for example, cobblestone or something. And a few other materials in these, and also my chests they've been filling up, and I even expanded my storage to over here. Not too sure why he isn't attacking me, but I don't think I can keep him as a pet. Pretty sure he won't despawn, but I'm not going to attack him either if he doesn't. So yeah, he's just going to stay there until I break through to him, because we have to expand into this area. Right here is going to be my steam storage, and I already broke through to this side, so we can connect these up, or rather get rid of all of which is in here and replace it with other stuff. And we're going to do the same in here. I already established a walkway that's going to go right there, and then a way down to the steam setup down here. And there are a few tunnels down lower even beneath that, which have some mobs in, but yeah, don't care too much about these. Oh, it's really dark now, you can't see anything. Let me quickly get some torches down, maybe. Sleeping would take a little bit too long, so here's the way down. It's not too great. So we only have this one wide thing here because we have the pillar in place already, and I can't really take it out, so we have to go with one block here, which isn't too great, but it widens to 2 blocks, and then we are down here at the proper height. We'll have to wait until next episode when we can finally put in the steel tank, because I don't have a lot of steel. I've been processing the fire bricks though, so we will be able to make at least 1 more of the fire furnaces, blast furnaces right here. As you can see, they are all processed, and I got some more in this drawer and in here, and even more ingredients in here to make the concrete bucket. So we're going to get that set up really soon, and then we're going to have a steel tank and can expand our machine operations into this room and eventually up here as well. But this will probably take a while until we take up this huge room, even in the least little bit. So most of our machines are probably going to still stay down here, and our storage room can be brought to down here maybe. We also have to focus on the tree farm. That's something I started but haven't really finished, so we gotta do that, and I gotta find a place to put the tree farm, because originally I thought it would be a good idea to put it up on the roof of that, but I kind of forgot about that, so we can't put it up there, so have to find a place for that. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time.